I am now joined by Team Canada defenseman and captain Dumoulin. Dumoulin, first of all, thank you so much for taking a few moments to join us, and congratulations, the first ever FG World Cup champions. I mean, I'll ask you the basic question: how does it feel to be able to win this championship representing your country in Canada?
Oh, it feels great. Thanks for having me again, and we're glad we could bring it back home with all the boys from back here.
Yeah, man. And I know you were somebody that obviously has accomplished so much in your esports career, whether it was your time with Entourage, obviously being a part of that World Finals championship team a couple of years ago, and also some of your tournament wins with teams like Eclipse and the Underdogs as well. Where does this one rank, or how does this one feel different, knowing that this is an international tournament and there is a little bit of that country pride on the line?
Oh, it's one of the best for sure. Always like representing your country, like you can't ask for much more, and especially being captain, could pick whoever I thought was the best to represent our team, and I'm glad we could get it done.
Absolutely. You mentioned being selected as captain and being able to kind of pick this team out. Take us through a little bit what that process is like in being able to select this group that you did, especially with there just being such a wide pool to choose from with all the talent over on the Canadian side of the border.
Yeah, exactly. Like as a Canadian, we most likely have the biggest player pool, so we have so many players to select from. So I tried to select people that have played together before. Like as I said, Ethan's been my center for years. Deeks, Krusty, I've played with them with the underdog. So it's all people that were familiar to play with each other. That's what I tried to base my team on.
You kind of go and you look back on this journey the Team Canada had throughout this tournament. You guys knocked off multiple really strong teams. Germany, obviously the USA. I know that one always means a little bit more, and then Finland in that championship final. What would you say separated Team Canada from some of those other top contenders that you faced off against?
Uh, as I just said, I think like for let's say the Americans, like when they're a good team, obviously not as deep as Canadian team, but they've not played with each other like for a long time. Like us, when I built the team, it was my first thought to just get people that have played together for a while. So that's an advantage for us. And then I think the Finland team, obviously they were great. I thought they were easily our toughest challenge. And these are players that have played together, so we could see it on the ice pretty clearly.
Yeah, and with this just being such a unique tournament, the first time we've ever seen an international competition on the 6v6 side. Obviously, I know we've seen a little bit of it on the 1v1 side, but with this being the first 6v6 international tournament, what was that experience like for you, being able to play and participate and run a team? And just what were some of your takeaways from the overall thing?
Thought it was amazing. Again, like the group play, obviously like we have the top four teams who are like they have a bigger player pool than some other countries, which could be a tougher experience to build a team. I thought it was great representing a country. I'd do it every year. Hopefully, it becomes a every year thing, and we can play it for the next couple of years.
You mentioned hopefully this becomes an every year thing. With this being the first time we've seen something like this, why do you think that an event like this is important for the 6v6 community to have year in, year out?
I just think every event is important. Just growing the sport and representing your country. Sometimes like there are people that don't really play, but they want to support like your country, so they're gonna come and watch us play and try and win it for our homeland.
Dumoulin, one final question for you. I always like to ask interviewees this before we let them go. Is there anyone that you would like to thank or shout out for not just this championship, but just anybody in general, you guys being able to represent Team Canada and being on top of the world in the 6v6 scene now?
I just want to thank everyone behind the scene, everyone at Sports Gamer, Ginyu, King Lime, Sopuli, just everyone that could help and make this tournament such a creative and a new tournament that hopefully we can see it again next year.
Absolutely. I think everyone is rooting for that to happen. Maybe Team Canada goes back to back with you captaining the ship once again. Dumoulin, thank you again so much for taking the time. Congrats once again, and thank you again for joining us today.
All right, thanks for having me.